Hello and welcome to Simply Greg's Review. You join us here at the Stellantis display at the 2025 Canadian International Auto Show, and behind us we have the Dodge Charger Daytona EV. This is a bit of a controversial vehicle for Dodge, and it's a bit of a controversial EV. This is my first time looking at one, so let's go have a look and see what it's like. First off, to begin, this is actually made here in Toronto. It's made in the Toronto area. It's assembled here. For some reason, Dodge decided to make an EV muscle car. Pretty interesting concept, but I'm not too sure what the market is on this vehicle. I like it, but I hate it at the same time. Actually, that's a really cool feature. I just wanted to point that out. Roughly 100 kilowatt hour battery, 93 kilowatt hour usable. The weight on this car is apocalyptic. It's close to 6,000 pounds, but the lines on it are fantastic. You can't argue about it. It is a muscle car. It is a muscle car, and it's playing its fake exhaust rumble. I do think it looks good. It looks like it's beautifully made, but I'm not too sure who they're going to sell it to. Especially this one here is $108,000. So it starts at $57,800 Canadian, and then you start adding the options: Scat Pack, Plus Group, Track Pack. So $108,000 plus tax. I probably would just buy a base model just to drive around in it, to be honest with you. So they have rear drive, all-wheel drive. You have your usual Mopar labeling on it. It does look good though. It does look good. And just the idea that they made a car like this is pretty cool. That they decided to make an EV is just that I'm not too sure if it was like the correct thing to do, and hopefully it sells well, but I don't really think it's going to sell well at all. It does look fantastic though. They styled it amazingly, but yeah, let's go have a look inside and see what that's like. But let's go check out the charge port first. Yeah, wow, hold on. So I thought that pulled out, but it actually pulls to the side. Why would they do that? That makes no sense. Charge port a bit at a strange angle and really high. I would have liked to see it more down here, to be honest with you, or in the back like an old school muscle car where you had the gas filler door in the bumper area. But still pretty cool. I do like the idea of this car. Let's go have a look inside. Interior is pretty nice. The seats are nice. I mean, but this is also a $110,000 car. But sometimes the quality at Stellantis is not that great. It looks good in here, and I'm told it has no route planning for EV charging. I don't know why they would do that, but pretty nice interior, I'll give them that. You have an old school pistol grip for your gear select here. They kept that. That's pretty cool. Little things like that is what makes the car interesting. Again, the recent obsession with square steering wheels is also present in here. Let's go check out the software. Screen looks okay. Here, race options. That took forever to load. Race prep, drag strip, launch control active. Go out of here, media. Let's go to navigation, nav. Come on, wow, that took a really long time to load. Hopefully they have a software update that could fix some of this comfort. So very, very usual Uconnect in here. I have a Fiat, so I'm quite used to it. Key has left the vehicle for obvious reasons, but it's not too bad. I would like to see more bolstering on the seats. The seats aren't very bolstered, but not a horrible place to sit. Not a horrible place at all. Let's see if I could rev it up. Yeah, you can hear the exhaust on it. That exhaust noise. They went to push buttons to get out, which seems to be the Stellantis thing these days, but not a terrible place. Like a lot of room in the back, and the seat is powered.
That's what I'm saying.
Not a terrible car. What's the trunk space look like back here? Here, let's open this up. Okay, that's cool. A proper liftgate on it, that's cool. I'll give them that. To have a proper liftgate on it, that's awesome. Look at all the space that you get back here too. That's really cool. a bit cheap in here, but hey, it's a trunk. Where's the button? Oh yeah, because it's a Chrysler. It's going to be... Actually, I don't know where it is. How do you close this thing? Do you just pull down on it and hope for the best? Yeah, we'll just do that and it should latch. So that was cool. And it has this exhaust note on it. But as again, I don't know who they're going to sell this car to. And assembled in Canada, that's the big thing lately, is Canadian assembly. Let's have a look under here. Your passenger side. I think the interior is nice. The interior is nice. And the build quality looks really good. Again, roughly 100 kilowatt hour battery, a couple different power configurations on it, lots of options. There's way too many options to list. They actually have this one here as well. It's the same spec, but finished in a more beautiful red color. I think I would go for this color. This is a much nicer color. So I just want to point that out. Looks super, super good though. I think it's a cool car. It's definitely cool. It has presence. It has presence. And that's what a lot of EVs are lacking. It's just that, as I said before, I'm not too sure who they're going to sell it to. But again, I'm so conflicted on this car. It's, I can't wrap my head around it. I'm so conflicted. I love it, but I don't love it at the same time. So let's just go back to the orange one. I'll give you some final thoughts. Oh, I'm so confused. So that's going to be it for our little tour and walk around of the Charger Daytona EV. Again, an EV that I'm really conflicted about. I think it's really cool and I like the idea of it, but also at the same time, I'm not too sure who they're going to sell it to, especially at that price point. I like Stellantis. They have a very interesting portfolio. Look, I'm not going to stand here in their domain and start slamming them. We enjoyed the Jeep Avenger EV we had in Europe. I own a 500e. A very interesting product portfolio at Stellantis, especially the European stuff, which is what I would like to see more here, especially that Avenger EV. That Jeep Avenger EV would sell here really nice if they priced it well. But the Charger EV, probably one of their most important vehicles in a long time, but I'm just not too sure who they're going to sell it to at that price point. Yeah, you could go buy a base one, but again, why are you going to get that when a Ford Mustang gas is around the same price? And I think the enthusiasts will go more towards that direction. They'll buy the internal combustion, which is not horrible. It's still a great car, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not too sure who they're going to sell us to at some of these price points. I like the idea of it. I like the way it looks. I don't think the execution was correct. I don't think that execution was correct. So hopefully it works out for them. I'd love to drive one. I'd like to change my opinion on it. As I said, I do like it. I like the idea of it, but I'm just not too sure if it's a good EV. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.